Hello and welcome to my online Revit class. Today's topic we will discuss about to create your own project template. But before we're going to do that, we are going to finish the kitchen design. We are going to add the finishes such as the floor, and I'm going to show you how to either you can paint your walls or you can create a structural wall family with the plasters on the inside and on the exterior of the wall. To start off, we are going to open our local again from the kitchen we have designed or created. So I'm going to go to my local file and then I'm going to open it. I'm going to go to my floor plan of the level, and then I'm going to open my 3D view. So this is the kitchen we have done so far, and if I do apply the height, this is basically how the kitchen will look like in the interior side. As you can see, it's quite a bit too high, so what we're going to do is we're going to set our levels accordingly. So if we go back to our ground floor level, we are going to right click and say go to view. Now our second level, we are going to make it 2805, and now we are going to attach the top strands of that wall to this level. So this is our basically our wall plate height, if I can say so. So if I click on the wall, in my properties panel, I've got our base constraint level, which is that part of where my mouse is. This is level 1. And then my top constraint is unconnected. What I'm going to do is I'm going to say connect to level 2. And the top offset will be 0. And you can see it is connected to this level. And so I will do with the other walls as well. So the top constraints we're going to put to level 1. Let's go to 3D view. And let's see if this is going to help. If you get such error, just let's see if we can do this again. We go to level 2. Level 2. And there you go. All of your walls has been placed accordingly. Now our next step will be is to create a tile floor finish for the kitchen. Now I'm going to go to my section again. So with the cupboard already been placed in, so 0 is my floor finish level. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to drop this concrete by minus 12 millimeters, since my tiles are 12 millimeters thick. And then on top of that I will place the tiles. So I'm going to go back to my floor level, and then I am going to go to floor, and as what we have done previously with both the wall and the concrete we have done, I am going to duplicate it, and then I'm going to say tiles kitchen. Go to the structure so that we can edit the thickness and the materials. So first I'm going to go to the materials and I'm going to search for tiles. If there's nothing about that, so we're going to you can upload your material if you want to. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a new material, right click on it, rename, I'm going to say tiles and kitchen. Okay, and then for appearance purpose I'm going to download an image from Google. So I'm going to go to Google. I'm going to look for kitchen tiles. Search for an image. And see if you can find a tile that is been taken flat. So if you can't find anything, let's extend our search a little bit more. Kitchen tiles, floor. Ah, so I've got one here. I'm just going to use this one as an example. So I'm going to right click on it. I'm going to say save image as, and then I'm going to go to my folder of where my project is, and then materials from Google Images. I'm going to use here tiles kitchen, and I'm just going to use that front part of the name. You can use any other images you can get from CTM or Tile Africa. You can use their name as a reference. Save it and it will be downloaded. So I'm going to place the image in. Now I can see it's been placed. It's a bit brownish, so I'm going to go click on this brown and I'm going to use this color here. And for pattern purposes of a surface, if it's on just a normal hidden line, I want it to display the tiles. Let's see if we can find tiles. Here, if we can find tiles, yeah, I found a tile here. Let's see if it's a bigger ones. I will use then this one as an example. Must be black. Background can be none, and the cut patterns we can use as a bit of concrete. Must be black, but just to make it keep it readable, we're going to keep it as white background. I click on apply, and the thickness of the tile is 12. Then I'm going to create this, and there we go. My tiles has been placed in. Once I go in 3D, you will see the tiles is now being placed in. Very useful to when you want to render something nice for a client, when you actually download images from Google and place it on these models. Now let's go back to our section and just let's make sure that the tile is correct, and as seen, yes, the tile is correct. It displays correctly. So our next thing about levels is if I want to place a foundation, please check here in the project browser. We've got our level 1 and 2. If I want to place a foundation level, I can't copy this level, even though if I do rename it as, let me just bring down my crop region a little bit more, as seen level 3, but level 3 hasn't popped up. To do it the right way, we're going to go to the architecture tab, and by the datums we're going to put in the level. I'm placing my level in, and you will see level 4 has popped up. I'm going to call this the foundation. Would you like for it to rename the corresponding view? Yes. I by accident clicked cancel. It must be. If it doesn't work, you can just rename it to foundation. So once you place in levels, I'm going to use another example. So the next one will be roof. You will see level 5 will pop up. I'm going to say roof. And it will ask you, would you like to rename the corresponding views? Say yes. So that your roofs will automatically update to roofs, where I don't have to do as now. Each level 4 I need to say it as a foundation. Alright, our next step will be just to dimension our foundation. The foundation, we can make it 580 away from the floor level. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to connect these walls to my foundation level. So one thing it's great about Revit, in 3D view I can see my levels. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to select all of my walls. Remember to keep in your control button in. Now my base constraint, I'm going to say foundation. And on section you will be able to see this is now a correct way, because now your foundations will be placed here, and the infill or the compact fillings will be underneath this slab. So for out of interesting, let's go to our rendering view we have made. If we go to sheets, and I'm gonna go click into sheets, if I do zoom in, you can see my tiles has been placed in, and the rendering quality of it is as well is pretty. Now you can see this cupboard is now on top of the slab, and it's not as if the slab is going through the cupboard. It's always a good thing to set up your levels correctly. Please note this is just a way to show you how things work, and normally we will put our finished floor level on the concrete slab, since the mortar of the tiles can differ. But this is just a practice and to show you how we set up the levels, how we can change the heights. So as we click on it, you can change the height of the item so that other items can fit in. Once done, you can also create a rendered image from your view tab, and when you click render, you can create the best or a high quality render. If you want to, you can use the sun settings as what we have done earlier. You can create a single day and then or still day. This must be AM. Apply. Now you can see the sun has changed, and then if I do say skies, few clouds, So here's your printer settings or your screen settings. Once done, you can just say render in view. Just give the computer some few seconds for it to render, just for you to see how it looks like, and the image will be rendered, and so you can send this to your client and for the contractors to see how it will look like in the end of the design. As busy rendering, you can see that the pixels of each item, and you can see it's now busy to get more realistic than what was being placed on the sheets. So on which are being placed on the sheets are just a way of showing the client how it's going to look like, but Revit gives you the much more advanced way of rendering purpose or settings to be able to create such beautiful renderings. After rendering progress is done, we can start off with creating your own project template, and then how to transfer all of your project standards from one project to another. I'm going to show you how we're going to uh, transmit the standards of what we have created in this project. In other words, the view templates we have created so far, we don't have to recreate it again. We can just going to do project standards transfer, and we're going to transfer those view templates we have created. We're going to transport it to the view template. So if someone, for example, you have created a new view template and it's working so far for your project, and your BIM manager says, okay, we can actually use this for the office standard. So without recreating the whole view template from scratch, I can literally just transport it from your project to the template and save it as a standard office project template. And as well, if there are cupboards or kitchen items that wasn't part of the project template, I can transfer that over to the